back to another episode of The Greatest. This is another quarter-final draw, the second quarter-final, meaning we're very close to going into the semis. We're halfway there. This one is a very intriguing matchup. Me and Marshall were just talking about it seconds before we clicked the record button. But Marshall, introduce those two fighters first.
Okay, from Ukraine, Dr. Steelhammer, Wladimir Klitschko, with a record of 64-5 and 53 knockouts. He stands at 6'6" with an 81-inch reach. Notable victories over Kubrat Pulev, Alexander Povetkin, and David Haye. And he's taking on Iron Mike Tyson with a record of 50-6 and 44 knockouts, standing at 5'10" with a 71-inch reach, with notable victories over, let's see who his best wins would be. Frank Bruno, Michael Spinks, and Larry Holmes. Unfortunately, that is not a prime Larry Holmes, but he's still on his resume.
Okay, so I don't want to start this one off because you said you had two arguments to this, so I want to hear your side.
Okay. So if you look at Mike Tyson's career, even before he went away to jail, there's that Buster Douglas fight. Yeah, he didn't train for it or whatnot. Doesn't matter. It still happened. It's history. He was in his prime. Before that, you had the Tony Tucker fight, I believe. Let me just make sure I got the name right. So yeah, you look at Mike Tyson. A lot of people are gonna be like, okay, Mike's gonna come in, blast out Klitschko. Klitschko's been knocked out. But if you look at prime Mike Tyson, he did have some issues, even with other guys like Tony Tucker and the Buster Douglas fight. Yeah, people are gonna say things like, oh, Buster Douglas was like, his mom just passed away. He got up for the fight. Tyson didn't train. That being said, that still happened. That was before he went away. That was before he had his first loss. He was undefeated up until that point. And he was like the biggest favorite in combat sports history, I think, at that point. He lost. He got knocked out. I could see Klitschko jabbing him all night and winning a lot of rounds. Does he get touched? It's possible. Yeah, it's very likely he could get knocked out. But I see him giving him a lot of issues. You look later in his career, the Lennox Lewis fight, he gave him problems. A tall guy with a good jab is always going to give a guy like Mike Tyson issues.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. I really do. But I also strongly disagree. Bro, Wladimir Klitschko is made for Mike Tyson's dinner plate.
Why is that?
He's got a good jab, but he's got a lot of faults that throughout his career, even in his prime or whatever you class as his prime, even the younger days, the later days, he was always susceptible of getting cleanly caught and letting people in. And when, you know what, one thing Klitschko never really did well is when someone did land and started pressuring him in certain ways, he was always like this. He didn't know how to sort of back off, guard up and move. It was. I'm not disrespecting Klitschko because he's way better of a technician than me, and I'm just a guy sat on my chair telling him what to do. But from a fan's point of view, I see that, and I think that is perfect for Mike Tyson, because what would Mike do? As soon as he catches him with one, okay, he doesn't go to the head, boom to the body, boom with the uppercut. I think the way Klitschko fought and the way he reacted under pressure, especially, kind of cancels out your argument in terms of, okay, he had a good jab and he jab and grab and all. It wouldn't work against against a super fast, super fit prime Mike Tyson. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah, for sure. I see what you're saying. But like, who do you think the closest comparison on Klitschko's record is to like a prime Mike Tyson? Who do you think, like, opponent wise, the closest thing would be a David Haye?
No, David Haye was not that type of pressure style fighter. David is always like that side, he was sick at cruiserweight, even at heavyweight he was good, but he was, there's no way you can compare David Haye to Mike Tyson.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not comparing. I'm looking at his resume, and I don't really see anyone that you could be like, okay, that's how he would fight Tyson, because there's never really been anybody else like Tyson.
No, but yeah, true. No, I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. What I take away is how he fought under pressure. The prime example that maybe a lot of the young fans might remember is the Joshua fight, when each time that Joshua came onto him in the fifth round, when he ran at him and threw everything, and then in the 11th round he did the same thing. both rounds that he had his best rounds were the rounds he actually pressured Klitschko. Every other round was like trying to box him and trying to land a big shot. But the 5th round and the 11th round, when he came out like and you know, Joshua's not known for doing that. He's known for finishing people, but he's not known for coming out and trying to blast someone who's so skilled. That goes to show that's how he reacted under pressure, and he got dropped both times. Now, if Mike Tyson did that, it's a completely different story. You're fucking
40-year-old Vladimir Klitschko. It's not really fair comparison. It's like saying the Larry Holmes and lost to Tyson.
Who is the second dude that knocked him out? The first or second fight? The first or second loss in his career. He was winning slightly. I think he dropped him. It was
Ross Purity was his first TKO loss. That was his first loss. Then Corey Sanders.
I think it was Corey Sanders. Did he drop Corey Sanders?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he was winning the fight.
Yeah, so I think he dropped him. He was winning the fight, and then when Corey Sanders, you can see the switch in his eyes when Corey Sanders comes, throws a shot, lands a shot. It's this weird long thing he tries to do, but it never works. If you do that against Mike Tyson, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Simple. It's 1 add 1 equals 2. It's simple as that.
Is he gonna get grilled like the George Foreman style?
What are you talking about, Marshall? I don't know. I made the grill joke. This guy completely aired it. I thought it was quite funny when I did that.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I could definitely see Klitschko getting knocked out, but I also could see Klitschko outboxing him. Because people forget about this, the Buster Douglas fight. Like, that actually happened. And before that, Tony Tucker, who's like 6'5", very skilled boxer, gave him all kinds of problems. Yeah, he won the fight unanimous decision, but it was a close fight. Tony Tucker had some good moments. And neither of those guys are on the level of Wladimir Klitschko. That's why I'm saying I think Klitschko definitely does well in that fight, but I could see Tyson knocking him out.
Aw, you put up a good argument, but it wasn't good enough.
Bro, I'm going up against Iron Mike Tyson. There was almost no chance.
You know, though, we're on the topic of Iron Mike Tyson, this MF still hasn't lost, has he? You see the power on the man? God damn.
Man, that's a bad man.
He broke the internet. He can release one video. Bro, I was scrolling and every video is just Mike hitting the pads. The 6 seconds of Mike hitting the pads. It's ridiculous, man. Some, fighters just don't lose it. I don't care what people say. Unless you go super duper fat and don't give a shit. If you're in so much shape, you'll always have that punch. And you know what was beautiful to see about that video? Is the student in Mike Tyson, the student of the sport that he is. You know, he goes 1, 2, there, the body shot, and then he goes over, and then when he throws the backhand, the trainer walks off, and he's still practicing the talk. He's like, it's awesome to see. And that, with his trip, problems he had in his career, it was such a shame, because look how great he is regardless. Can you imagine what he could have even, I don't know if there's a level above what he could have been, but it's crazy. It's absolutely insane that someone that committed to the game is that good. It's just, I don't know, man. He's a forever great.
It's crazy to think what would have happened if maybe he didn't go to prison. Those 4 years he went away, we would have saw the Riddick Bowe fight, most likely. He would have fought Lennox earlier and Evander earlier, so who knows what would have happened.
And if you want the full breakdown of what would happen if Mike Tyson didn't go to jail, head over to Combat Hour and watch that video. They've got another one as well. What would happen if Muhammad Ali didn't go to jail? Very interesting and intriguing breakdowns. So be sure to go and check them out. That concludes the second quarterfinal, meaning we only have 2 more quarterfinals, and then we head over to the semis. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to support. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. Drop a comment and make sure to follow our socials, which is posted at the beginning of the video and in the comment section below. So peace.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And we also have a free app available on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you go and download that. Bye Fight fans.